Once upon a time, in a beautiful African village where the sun painted the land with its golden rays and the laughter of children filled the air, there lived a woman named Simbi. Simbi was not just any woman. She was the heart and soul of the village, known far and wide for her skill in braiding hair. Simbi's hands were like magic, twisting and turning hair into intricate and beautiful styles that left everyone in awe. She was not just a hairdresser. She was an artist, and her salon under the shade of a large mango tree was the center of gossip, laughter, and community in the village. Simbi had a daughter named Shala, a young girl whose beauty was matched only by her kindness and gentle nature. Shala was the joy of Simbi's life, her laughter like music to her mother's ears. From a young age, Shala would sit by her mother's side, watching her work with fascination. She would mimic her mother's movements, pretending to braid the hair of her dolls with skill beyond her years. As Shala grew older, her bond with her mother only strengthened. She became her mother's apprentice, learning the art of hair braiding with a natural talent that amazed everyone. The villagers would often comment on the special bond between Simbi and Shala, saying that it was as if they shared the same heart. Life in the village was simple, but filled with love and warmth. The villagers were like one big family, always ready to lend a helping hand or share a meal with one another. Simbi and Shala were at the heart of this community, their kindness and generosity touching the lives of everyone they met. But as Shala grew into a young woman, a restlessness began to stir within her. She longed to see more of the world outside the village, to experience new things and meet new people. Simbi understood her daughter's desire for adventure, but worried about the dangers that lay beyond the safety of their village. One day, a distant relative named Ronka came to visit the village. Ronka lived in a bustling town not far from the village and had always been a source of fascination for Shala. Ronka was a woman of the world, with stories of far-off lands and exotic sights that captured Shala's imagination. Ronka saw the longing in Shala's eyes and offered to take her to the town for a visit. Simbi was hesitant at first, but she knew that this could be an opportunity for Shala to satisfy her curiosity and learn about the world beyond their village. Shala's eyes lit up with excitement at the prospect of the journey. She packed her few belongings and bid farewell to her mother, promising to return soon. As Shala and Ronka made their way to the town, Shala's heart was filled with anticipation and wonder at the adventures that lay ahead. The town was a world unlike anything Shala had ever seen. The streets were bustling with people, and the air was filled with the sounds of laughter and music. Ronka's house was a small but cozy place, and Shala was amazed by the modern conveniences that she had only heard of in stories. Shala spent her days exploring the town, soaking in the sights and sounds of this new world. She met other young girls who were just like her, filled with dreams and aspirations. They showed her around the town, taking her to markets, dances, and parties, where she experienced the joy of youth and freedom. But as the days turned into weeks, Shala began to feel a sense of unease. She missed her mother and the simplicity of village life. She realized that the town, with all its excitement and glamour, was not where she belonged. One day, as she sat alone in Ronka's house, she heard the distant sound of drums coming from the village. The familiar rhythm tugged at her heart, reminding her of the love and warmth waiting for her back home. With a heavy heart, she knew that it was time to return. Shala bid farewell to Ronka and the town, grateful for the experiences she had gained, but eager to be reunited with her mother. As she made her way back to the village, she reflected on her journey and the lessons she had learned. When Shala returned to the village, she was greeted with open arms and warm smiles. Simbi rushed to embrace her daughter, tears of joy streaming down her face. Shala realized that while the town had shown her a glimpse of the world beyond, her true home and heart were in the village with her mother. From that day on, Shala cherished the simple joys of village life, knowing that true happiness lay not in the excitement of the world outside, but in the love and warmth of her community and the bond she shared with her mother Simbi. And so, the village continued to thrive, filled with the laughter and sunshine that had always been its hallmark, with Simbi and Shala at its heart, weaving the threads of their lives together in a tapestry of love and belonging. But as time passed, Shala's heart began to yearn for something more. She felt a restlessness stirring within her once again, a desire to explore the world beyond the village borders and see all the wonders it had to offer. Simbi understood her daughter's longing and encouraged her to follow her dreams, knowing that she would always have a place in her heart and in the village. And so, one day, with a heavy but hopeful heart, Shala bid farewell to her mother and the village that had been her home for so long. She set out on a new journey, eager to see where life would take her, and confident that no matter where she went, she would always carry the love and lessons of her village with her.